All right, so I'm back here to do another Quawan Charles update. It's probably been damn near a month, unfortunately, since the last time I did an update involving this story. The last time I talked about it, that it was more stuff that came out about that woman, that skank that I believe was involved with the murder of this boy, as well as her son. Now, unfortunately, again, this has nothing to do with her arrest. I don't know what is, I'm not even going to go into that tangent. I'm just going to stay on subject. So the latest update that just came out, it literally came out like 2 hours ago, is about the toxicology report. It says that the toxicology test shows that there were no hallucinogens, in his system at the time of his death. It says the story of the death of Quawan Bobby Charles, age 15, developed a new wrinkle this morning as attorneys for the family released a statement of the teen's toxicology report, claiming it implicates the last people to see him alive. Quawan disappeared on October 30th, 2020. His body was found a few days later on November 3rd, 2020 in a sugarcane field 30 minutes from his home. His official cause of death was drowning, though it is unclear how he drowned. Attorneys for the Charles family said both THC and ethanol were found in Charles's system, but no other chemicals were found. The toxicology report debunks claims allegedly made by Janet Irvin, one of the last known persons to see Charles alive, that Charles was high on hallucinogens, I'm struggling to say that word, and wandered away from the Irvin residence. So this right here is a big breakthrough in the case, because that puts a major hole in her story. But then again, most of her story, or all of her story, has more holes in it than a target at the gun range. This emphatically, proves that they were lying in an attempt to cover up what happened to Quawan, stated the attorneys in a press release. Further, this likely proves that Quawan's death was not the result of an accident or gross negligence, but intentional. Irvin and her 17-year-old son were seen on surveillance video picking up Charles at his residence on October 30th. Irvin did not call police until days after Charles went missing. You know what? Even without this, we still believed in our heads, in our minds, that she had something to do with it, with how she was acting. Look at what I just read right here. Every time she was acting strange or anything, when they questioned her or not answering the phone calls and everything like that, her being on the run, that's a big one right there. But they still have yet to find her. I tell you, I bet you if they find her, she's going to be across that border. The entirety of the Charles family attorney statement reads, "We obtained the results of the toxicology report conducted in conjunction with the independent autopsy the Charles family commissioned in their attempt to find the truth surrounding the death of Quawan. Both THC and ethanol were located in Quawan's system. However, no other chemicals were found. Our investigators were told by members of the Irvin family and their inner circle that Quawan was high on hallucinogens, which may have been the reason Quawan left the Irvin residence on foot and never returned. This emphatically proves that they were lying in an attempt to cover up what happened to Quawan. If Quawan died in the sugarcane field, he could not have drowned in water ankle deep without human intervention, as drugs use being a contributing factor has been minimized, if not completely ruled out. If he did not drown in that sugarcane field, then additional questions must be answered. Where did he drown at? Why was he moved and dumped in a sugarcane field? And most importantly, who was involved in his death and cover-up? That Janet Irvin and her son. The two people that they should be trying to find. But this, like I said, completely debunks her story that he had some kind of, extra stuff in his system that she claimed. And like I said, no one can drown in ankle-high water. Ankle-high water is very, very, very shallow. The only way that can happen is if someone forcefully push their head down there. And I don't know anybody who's going to go and commit suicide in a puddle of water. If they want to do that, they could just go jump in a pool or sink into a bathtub where the water sits much higher, and you could just sink right in. So this is pretty much the update so far with this. Unfortunately, they still do not have that heifer and her son in custody. I'm telling you, they are letting them run as far as they possibly can. But this is a huge breakthrough in the case right here, because it just shows right there that Janet Irvin indeed was lying through her teeth. But we already knew she was lying. we already knew she was lying. Because y'all, the last time I think I talked about this, the tapes that came out, it was like a recording, of her talking. And that was the last time and the only time that we actually heard her voice of her saying anything as it pertains to this case and the disappearance of this boy. But yeah, she is full of it. And they need to hurry up and they need to catch her. And I'm going to be honest, I did not think to go and look up anything about this story, unfortunately, because so much other stuff has been going on, even though I told you I was going to keep up with this, until I saw somebody post a article about Janet Irvin on my Twitter timeline, talking about there's still that the family is out, seeking her arrest. And I said, this can't be new because they've been seeking her arrest. We've been wanting her to been in custody. And I said, let me go ahead and type his name into the search bar. And this article came up 2 hours ago. I'm currently recording it at 1:44 p.m. Well, a little bit before 1:44 p.m. But that shows you right there that there's not a lot of coverage behind it. That's why you have to have people like myself, not to toot my own horn, to bring this to you. I told you I was going to be staying on top of this story because it's not to me such a mystery at this point. This boy was murdered. They're trying to play it up as such, but let's be real here. This boy was murdered, and that Janet Irvin and her son were definitely involved. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video on this note. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you have not done so already, please text the number down below pinned in the comments to receive notifications every time I upload a new video, and I will talk to you in the next one.